Good morning, everybody. Today is the day. The cabinets are being installed. I was just taking my little before pics in here and we just did the walkthrough just to make sure that everything was okay. And this room is about to have some big cabinets in it. I am so excited. I could cry. Truly. Truly. But before we shed some tears, I need a coffee. I just had my breakfast, but this whole like delayed caffeine thing, like I'm down with it in the morning, but as you can see, I lose my ability to speak. I need that morning boost. You're so right. How can I begin? I got my fresh tubs of Grilla. I ordered 3 so that I may have backup and never be out of this again. And because it's actually a chilly, rainy day, we're skipping our iced coffee, okay? Because I need to have warm coffee in my veins when it's a chilly day like this. Little afternoon update for you. They just left. It's all been tidied up and cleaned, and this is the first look at the installed cabinet. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Now, unfortunately, they have to make one adjustment. They need to replace one of the fronts on one side because they noticed that it was the wrong piece. It didn't match. And listen, this is very specific in particular, but it's why we got these built in the first place, to make it look all nice and seamless. You want it to match, okay? See how the lines match. Very nice, very pleasing to the eye. The other side doesn't match. And it was supposed to. So, TBD on that one. Apparently they're going to be swapping it out, but now it's the long weekend, so nothing will be done until next week. But basically, now this is all installed. It's in. Gorgeous little vent insert there, so pretty. Next week they'll come in, adjust the drawer front, and then do the final measurement for the stone to be cut, the countertop to be cut to go on top. And we've ordered the hardware, which is also going to be installed later. And then we have a mirror going in, which is going to be very exciting. This is going to be the drawer with all the makeup. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to do this swap. I'm going to be so impatient. I'm going to be sitting here like staring at this room for so long until the top is in, but I'll need to decide if I'm going to do like a stool here. A stool or a chair with a back. What would you do? Because I have to swap this chair out. I mean, I could have it sit just in front, but ideally I'd have something that can like scoot underneath the vanity and like be properly put away. But yeah, I'm really excited. And then decide if we want to do something a little bit more colorful for a rug, or I don't know, do we want to hang the mirror on the wall, switch out the mirror? There's so many different options to do, but it does feel like so clean in here. There's something on this wall and it's just like, oh! And now I'm looking at the wall and I'm like, damn, this really needs a paint. It's actually looking pretty, you won't be able to see any of this, but the wall's looking pretty worse for wear. There's just like crap everywhere. I used to have a bigger mirror in here and it just scratched up the walls all up there. Like, it's pretty, that's why you guys just always see this side, because it's so clean. Honestly, it's so impressive that they just whip this up and do it. They technically built the cabinets elsewhere and then they come in and just install it. But yeah, pretty amazing. I'm so thrilled with how it looks out and like the potential of what this is gonna look like. I truly can't even imagine what it's gonna be like once the stone is on. I think we're gonna have a heart attack. Oh, I'm so excited. And yeah, they were basically just like drilling and sawing and cutting all day. So I've just remained in my sweatpants and had a computer day. I had one call and I was like, so sorry for the noise upstairs. It was very loud. So we've kind of just been hanging out. It was pouring rain outside, so I couldn't go like do any outside fun park walk activities or anything. And now it's sunny for a minute, but it's still supposed to be raining all night, so I don't really know what to do. I had some frozen bell peppers and then some onions and just added that in, and it's delicious. You see the sunshine? What the heck? What time is it? 6:37 p.m. and we get sunshine. Time for a park walk. So it has seemingly allegedly stopped raining for the evening, so I'm gonna try and sneak out for a little park walk. I am just loving how the sun
is setting. It's so much later now. It's such a treat. We're just having so much more time in the day. Today was one of those days where I was having a little bit of self-reflection and just having one of those moments where I laughed to myself like, wow, it's a long weekend. It's a Friday night and I'm not doing anything. I am staying at home and I am happily staying at home. And it kind of just made me think of the last couple of conversations where we've been talking about this same idea, where much like in our routines and our everyday things, we're feeling like so overwhelmed by all of the things that we should be doing. I actually kind of feel the same way when it comes to my general enjoyment in life. And I know that I've talked about this in videos past, and I know I'm not alone with this feeling, but online there just seems to be like this really high standard or really high expectation for what you should be interested in doing with your spare time. Like, it just seems like the standard is so high, and every free moment that we have, we should be maximizing it and capitalizing on it and doing as much as we can, being as productive as we can, not just in our work life, but also in our just like enjoyment time, where even when it comes to reading, I feel like there's a lot of shame online, obviously specifically geared towards women, when we just want to read like fantasy fairy books. Like anytime that I sit there and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna reread ACOTAR or Throne of Glass or whatever, there's always people who are recommending like smarter books, as if I should be using my like leisure reading time to be learning something or reading some self-help books or reading a biography or what have you. And it's the same with like TV shows. You know, for the most part, for my TV enjoyment, I'm just looking to be entertained. I'm looking to turn my brain off a little bit. Some people like to just constantly be learning things and watching documentaries. There's a lot of pressure to be learning multiple languages or trying so many different activities or learning how to do something new. It's like not even our free, peaceful time is safe. You know, there's a lot of judgment, it seems, from people online, really, but just in like the general existence amongst peers and friends and family, whatever, where it's almost like you're not cool if you're not constantly filling your time with cool things. And that actually used to really upset me. You know, it would be one of those things where you meet someone, or perhaps you're like in a group and you're introducing yourself to someone and it's like, oh, so what do you like to do with your free time? What do you like to do on the weekends? And you're like, I like to do nothing. I like to lay in my bed and pet my cat and watch movies or read the same fairy smut books over and over again. Like, it's not exactly the most compelling, interesting part of me, perhaps, or for those of us who are in the same boat. And Dan and I were watching something once, and I don't know, it was one of those, like, it was either a TikTok or it was a video or maybe like a slideshow on Instagram, and it was like, you should have 3 interesting hobbies to be able to discuss and like be as a point of interest about you. And that kind of always stuck with me, where I'm like, do I even have 3 interesting things that I like to do in my spare time? And it's kind of like, no, I really don't. I actually feel like I'm very boring, but as I get older, I'm becoming more and more at peace with that and kind of more accepting about this part of myself. And I wanted to ask you guys if you've noticed this same pressure. I'm really hoping that because it's been pouring rain all day. Oh no, I forgot Dan unloaded the car. I don't have my headphones. Oh, that is a tragedy for this park walk. Okay, I might have to do the short loop, y'all. I'm really hoping that I won't run into anyone while I'm blabbing to myself with the crazy contraptions that I'm holding, because it's been raining all day, so maybe no one will be thinking, oh, let me go for a walk, like my psychopath brain. Back in the beautiful park again. I live for my park walks, and I just have to comment on it because every time I post myself walking alone in the park, you guys express your concern for me. And, you know, I hear you. I think there's a little bit of ignorance is bliss in my brain where I'm like, nothing bad would happen in my park. But I just simply don't let that fear take away from my pure love and enjoyment for my little park walk. And I appreciate you all and your love and concern. And I hear you. I do acknowledge and I hear you. Now back to the topic at hand. A little exercise that I like to do with myself is to think about what my perfect day would be. What does your perfect day look like? What are you doing? Where are you? What's the weather? What's the setting? I'm almost certain that I've talked to you guys about this at one point or another, because sometimes what that perfect day looks like changes. But that perfect day for me is definitely not anything overly exciting. It's a very simple day. You know, there's some nature and sunshine included. There's definitely some movement. Perhaps I'm getting a good workout in. I'm going for a nice little walk. Perhaps there's a little ocean involved, a little old ancient crumbling castle, or little little ancient crumbling town. I'm going for a walk. I'm getting a cute little breakfast. I'm getting a coffee. Maybe I'm having some leisure time, enjoying a little view, reading a book, then getting dressed up and having a little night out with my husband. And by night out, I mean just like eating yummy food and then laying in bed and maybe watching a movie. Like truly, that's my perfect day. Nothing overstimulating, nothing crazy and so exciting. Like I just really, truly appreciate simple, slow things. There's no adrenaline junkie bone in my body. And that also applies to my personal leisure time. I see a lot of people who just utilize every spare second that they have. And I love to witness it. You know, people who just block every hour of their day with something different and something exciting. They're constantly wanting to see new things, go and try new places. They're always wondering about doing the most activities, like the people who go camping. Better yet, the people who go hiking or like canoeing to go camping. It's like, oh my gosh, what are you doing for this long weekend? I'm actually going backpacking and I'm packing a canoe and I'm going hiking to the top of some mountain. And in between that, we're going on a 4-day trek and we're just going to go see some birds. I don't know. Like, it's crazy the amount of activities that people will do and just pack their days with all of the adventures that you could think of. And I love that for people. Again, I love to witness it and I support the people who do that, but it just couldn't be me. I dream of living a life of leisure and I dream of peace and tranquility and softness and simple times. And I just don't really understand why there's any shame in that or why anyone should be embarrassed to enjoy simpler things. Let's just sit for a second. That was a steep hill. Sorry, it's literally called steep slope. I'm out of breath and the Thai curry chicken is threatening to come up right now. Fart walk, indeed. I've still got over an hour until sunset, but we don't want it to get too dark in these woods. I definitely feel a little bit of that pressure and a little bit of that guilt when it comes to my own vlogs and my own creation of entertainment for the internet, where I'm like, ooh, wow, I really am not doing things. I'm really not showing the most adventurous life that I could be. Or I see some of my other comrades just like constantly doing things and doing fun things and showing the most fun vlogs and just getting out there in the world. And I'm like, yeah, I could certainly be getting out there and doing more things. A lot of you guys will request for me to like show Vancouver and show BC and show the nature and go on hikes and do all these fun things. And Dan and I will sit there and we're like, okay, what should we do today? We've got a long weekend. What activities are we going to do? What are we going to vlog? And I'm like, I come up dry. I'm like, I don't know. We could go try a new coffee shop. Woo! But you know I'm going to be packing my chocolate protein because everything else tastes like butt to me, and I'm going to be ordering a nice Americano and I'm going to be pouring that in it because that is what I love. I do actually think that I used to be a lot more adventurous even in my early 20s. I was a lot more down to just like try new things. But as time has gone on, I'm like, man, I mean, I've tried so many things. I've actually had the absolute privilege of my life to have traveled as much as I have and to have like seen so many things and been to a lot of places. And that list is not complete yet. Don't you fret. There's still so many places that I'd love to go see, so many cultures I'd love to immerse myself in. But at this point, I've also seen a lot and I know what I like. I like what I like, okay? And sometimes life gets really busy, and when I have some free time, damn, I just want to shut my brain off. Is that so bad? And then I know that I'm busy and I can barely handle my schedule sometimes. And then I think about the people who work a 9-to-5 and who have kids and who can barely think about having enough time just to get their laundry done, just to get their meal prep in the fridge, and just to keep their house clean. Like, truly, is there even so much leisure time on top of that that we can afford to not just take a little moment to be with ourselves and be peaceful and have some quiet time? Like, having time to do nothing feels like the ultimate luxury, like the ultimate time spent and time to enjoy. I don't know. It's just something I've been thinking about a lot lately, because when scrolling through TikTok and being told all of the things that we should be doing with all of our spare time, and it's just like constant guilt, routine guilt, and also free time guilt. But it's also a conversation that I've had a lot amongst my girlfriends where we're like, damn, are we just a boring group of people? Or do we just really appreciate slow, peaceful things? And do we just really enjoy each other's company and just kind of existing together? And is that a bad thing? I have to be honest with you guys, I never come do the park walk without my headphones. Don't get me wrong, I love the sound of nature. I love the sound of the birds. I don't know if I can do a whole long loop without any music. Oh my word. I am bored. Bored of my own brain. I actually wasn't done talking to you yet, and I simply had to bring you on this beautiful view once we finally reached the top of the hill. And wouldn't you know it, it turns out that when you're not listening to music and you are just left alone to your own thoughts, you do continue to have thoughts. And I was giggling to myself about this idea of being boring and applying that to travel and applying that to what we like to do in our leisure time. And the saying that came to my mind was same thing, different font. And I realized that that applies for me in so many different ways. We're going back to creating your perfect day and how I like to spend like a weekend or a Sunday. If I'm like, oh, I've got a Sunday, I'm going to go downtown. What do I want to do? It's like, ooh, where am I going to go for a walk? And ooh, which new coffee shop am I going to try? Like, those are the two things that come to mind. No, like, grandiose adventures. I'm not like, oh, can I go try a zip line, or am I going to go water skiing or go on some fabulous river rafting adventure? You know what I mean? Like, even the things like my dreamy day, or even traveling to a new city, like even traveling. We had planned out this week going to Seoul, and it was like, what parts of the city are we going to go walk around in? What coffee shops are we going to go try? And where are we going to go eat? Like, same thing, different font. I was just screaming that, and then a couple emerged from the trees. I'm like, oh, I am not alone in my shared love for a post-rain park stroll, after all. Anyway, yeah, so same thing, different font. Like, no matter where I am in the world, I'm still doing the same activities that I enjoy. And once you determine what those things are, you're going to seek those out in different places. All right. Usually I take a left turn there to go to my long loop, but guys, I think I'm going to do the short loop. For one, it's getting dark in these streets. Okay. And two, I need to go locate my headphones. We'll continue this walk on the treadmill tonight.
Sorry guys, I totally passed out last night before I was able to complete my thoughts, but just know the steps were had, the video was uploaded very late, and here we are. Just a devastating moment. I'm on the last squirts of my little In Beauty Pro C serum, little vitamin C, and I went to unscrew it to see if there was any last little morsels I could go out, and I'm like, oh, first of all, LOL, the size discrepancy. But I do wonder if this is refillable. I don't actually know if you can buy the refills. That would be good to know. I'm kind of curious to check that. But sneaky, here I was thinking I was getting this big bottle, and alas, it's just like chips. You know, when you buy a bag of chips and you're like, why is the bag a third of the way full? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my little park stroll. Forgive the motion sickness if anyone experienced that while watching. But I just kind of, what I really wanted to nail down was the fact that it seems more and more these days that being a basic is being very shamed, and it's very frowned upon to not express ultimate uniqueness and individuality at any given opportunity. And I just wanted to say, I will happily champion the basic world, okay? To all my basic gals out there, I see you and I feel you. I think that there's just so much pressure overall, regardless of what area of life we're talking about, whether it be in your interests, what you like to do in your spare time, your style, your music taste, your interest in food, your travel, whatever. It seems like it's like so shameful to just be interested in basic things. Like, oh, what type of music are you into? Top 40 and Taylor Swift. Where do you like to shop? Aritzia and H&M. I don't know what to tell you. It just seems like my entire For You page right now is like, if you shop at Aritzia, you lack individuality. You need to find your own personal style. And while I do believe that to be true, it's nice to have unique things and like, oh, sorry. There's nothing more exciting than like finding an amazing rare piece on sale or having an amazing like thrifted or vintage find. That is so exciting, and I don't deny that. But at the end of the day, when it comes to your personal taste, I don't care how basic it is, you like what you like. Not every person on this planet is meant to be a creative director and a trendsetter. I am certainly, for one, an absolute sheep. I don't care how many people are wearing something. If I like it, I like it. I don't care. Like, I'm wearing the same sweatsuits and pairs of jeans as the next hoe down the street. Like, it doesn't bother me. The idea of like being unique and having this like ultra rare cool girl taste, like, I hate to break it to you, if TikTok has taught us anything, it is that none of us are individual, truly, and we are all the same. We're all consuming the same things. And then there's the rare, sweet little bean who's truly like pushing the envelope and creating trends and being an inspiration for so many. Someone who I know personally from Canada who I think is gonna be the next something. She's gonna be the creative director of a house or whatever. Sasha May, she's just such an incredibly unique and like very individual person. And I look at her page and I'm like, girl, you are a trendsetter. You are doing something. You are so full of uniqueness and individual taste. And I love to witness it. Amazing. But I'm not that person. I'm not here pretending to be. And I'm so sick and tired of being shamed for being interested in basic things. My favorite reference ever is to bring up Pokemon because I just think it's the funniest thing. Like, I got my Game Boy Advance SP and my Pokemon Fire Red game for Christmas when I was 10 years old, which means that on repeat for thousands of hours, I have been playing the same game over and over and over again for 23 years. 23 years, and I'm not tired of it. I could do the same thing over and over again. The second I finish the game, perfect, restart, do it all over again. Like, and I do not tire of that. One of our favorite activities to do with all of our family and friends. Play Catan. Play Catan. It's the same game every single time, but it's different. It's different every time. You never know what's gonna happen. And one could argue that that's the same thing with sports. You're doing the same thing, the same motion over and over again, and it's still enjoyable. Bajillions of people still watch it over and over again. It's not like nobody's reinventing the wheel. We're all doing the same thing. Our memories are short. Repetitive action is beautiful. Consistency, baby. Don't they tell us all to be consistent? Yeah, I just think overall there's just a lot of pressure on the internet to just constantly be like reinventing yourself, being interested in unique things, being anti-basic, and like it's exhausting. It's all exhausting. Who cares? You like what you like, you're into what you're into, and don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Like, life is too short. Be honest with yourself. I feel like as time goes on, the more honest I'm being with myself and what I'm interested in, what my likes are, what my style is like, and I'm so sick of any action of trying to be someone else, and that does not negate from being interested in trying something new every once in a while, or if you're introduced to something where you're like, wow, I've never seen that before, I love that, let me make it my entire personality, perfect. Who cares? Do whatever you want. Do whatever you want. The basic shaming needs to exit. One of my favorite quotes of all time from Miss Madame Taylor Swift herself, like imagine being angry at someone for being excited about something that they love. Like, couldn't be me. Never. I don't know. Proud basic gal over here, happily, repeatedly doing the things that I love into the same things over and over again. And I shall be proud of that. So I just wanted to share that feeling. It was a general feeling that I've been having over the last little while. And I'm like, stop yelling at me for walking into Aritzia and liking what I see. I don't know what to tell you. Things come back into fashion over and over again. Trends or what, I'm just, it's exhausting. Sorry that I don't have a vast vintage record collection and have such a ultra unique cool girl taste in music. I listen to my same playlist over and over again. Doesn't get old. Someone is mowing outside, so that's my cue to leave. Perfect. Thank you all for hearing this rant, and for those of you who feel the same, let me know your thoughts and feelings on this subject. I'd love to explore this further. So with that, I shall leave you, and I will see you tomorrow for a new Everyday May video. Bye!